Okay, welcome everyone to the next video in the series Complete Rook Endgames from Chess.com. This is FM Daniel Rensch speaking. Today what we're going to do is going to get started off with one of the more difficult drawing ideas. Once you've covered some of the basic positions, the Lucina winning method, and then the basic Fildor drawing method, we start to get to some positions that get a little bit more complex, and but nonetheless, you should still be aware of all your drawing possibilities and all the different techniques out there, not just for your own ability to draw, but also if you're the one trying to win these positions and your opponent seems to have an idea of what the drawing methods are. Always good to know little tricks to try to throw them off. Okay, so let's jump right in. Here what we have is the beginning position of king on short side, rook on long side. Now, the idea here is going to, obviously, white wants to continue to progress this pawn and get a queen at some point. And the way that he typically does that is by finding a way to get the king in front of the pawn and transferring the rook back behind, hence the Lucina, one of the first ideas we covered in this series. But what we're going to see here is that sometimes these positions, even if you can't get the basic Fildor drawing method, for example, if this position were black to move, he would simply bring the rook up to the 6th rank, cutting it off, and we would have a Fildor draw. However, this position is white to move, and so white's going to start out by bringing his king forward in that awkward position where we have a bad choice to make. We can no longer give this check, trying to get a Fildor, because after he pushes the pawn, checkmate is threatened, so we have no time to come around and start checking the Fildor idea again. So we would be forced to coming down and stopping the checkmate, after which the rook would simply slide over and we're immediately lost. This is a basic idea we covered in the end of our second video, actually, but continuing on with it here today. So let's start. So white's going to bring the king forward, and the idea is pretty simple. He wants to either create checkmate threats or find a way to force the king out from in front of the pawn so that he can achieve the Lucina position. Now, our problem is, as I just said, is we can't give this check. So basically, the only move here you're going to see for black is to give the check from the rear, which doesn't look like a bad move at first, but once he hides behind the pawn, all of a sudden we realize what trouble we're in with the king. Now, I've seen this position reached in many games and many different levels, and you'd be surprised how many times people just don't know this idea that we're going to cover today, which is that your king belongs on the short side of the pawn. Now, you heard me say king on short side, rook on long side, and that's what I mean. Wherever this pawn is, you have a short side of the board and a long side of the board. Now, what's going to make this endgame a little bit difficult, you're going to see, is that sometimes, even if your rook is on the long side, you're not able to draw, and that's what we're going to cover next.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.